Good afternoon, race fans. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Tyler White, here to bring you today's NASCAR updates. Some of you called in from work or school today and decided to watch the race today. Good for you. If you didn't, well, that's all right, because we have the highlights for you coming up. But right now, let's get you started with a look back at the nationwide race on Friday night, the O'Reilly Auto Parts 300. Chase Elliott, the son of Bill Elliott, 18 years old, who is still a senior in high school, gets his first nationwide victory. Congratulations. Kyle Busch second, Kyle Larson third, Kevin Harvick fourth, Dale Earnhardt Jr. fifth, Matt Kenseth sixth, Regan Smith seventh, Ryan Blaney eighth, Ty Dillon ninth, and Elliott Sadler 10th. That's pretty impressive. Chase Elliott passing Kevin Harvick with just 11 laps to go. Kevin Harvick has problems. Then Chase Elliott dominates the entire field, including a list of guys who finished in the top 10 that were Cup guys, and dominated them. That is impressive. Chase Elliott, of course, the son of Bill Elliott, who's one of the greatest drivers in the history of our sport, and a future Hall of Famer, if you didn't know. I think he'll be in the Hall of Fame this year. And also, who came into NASCAR as a development driver with Hendrick Motorsports. Gets a ride in the Truck Series. Gets his first win in Canada. He and Eric Jones becomes the two youngest winners in NASCAR history. Then, in January, Dale Earnhardt Jr. calls and says, "Hey, I'd like for you to run for my nationwide team." And that ultimately was a great call by Dale Earnhardt Jr. on hiring him. Getting that first win. And I personally believe that Chase Elliott will win more races this season and have a good shot at the championship. He's also the points leader. We'll get to the points in a minute, but I think Chase Elliott has a good chance at winning the championship this year. That's my bold prediction. I think it's going to come down to him and Regan Smith. And also, we look at a driver who might be going out. Of course, we know Jeff Gordon has talked about retirement for a few years. I think Chase Elliott is the right replacement whenever Jeff Gordon decides to step down. As we mentioned, Chase Elliott is the points leader, and Regan Smith is still in second here. Let's look at the rest of the point standings. Ty Dillon third, Elliott Sadler fourth, Trevor Bayne fifth, Brendan Gaughan 6th, Brian Scott 7th, Dylan Kwasniewski 8th, James Buescher 9th, and Ryan Reed 10th. Alright, for those of you who didn't get a chance to watch the race today, here's a look. The Duck Commander 500 was supposed to be run yesterday, but it rained all day and all night. They could not get it started, so they started today at 11 a.m. Central Time. Joey Logano, your winner today. Congratulations to him. Jeff Gordon 2nd. Kyle Busch 3rd. Brian Vickers 4th. Kyle Larson 5th. Greg Biffle 6th, Matt Kenseth 7th, Clinton Boyer 8th, Paul Menard 9th, and Tony Stewart 10th. Now, we waited almost 24 hours to see this race today. It was definitely worth the wait. We saw a great finish. It came down to who had the better pit strategy. Jeff Gordon stayed out and gambled. Well, gambled and took 2 tires and had the lead, but apparently Joey Logano just had better strategy and took 4 tires and was able to pass Jeff Gordon on the last lap and won the race. So, a great race for a Monday afternoon. Of course, this is the 5th time we've had to deal with rain delay this year. The Daytona 500 was rained out for almost 6 hours, but we restarted that night, finished at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. The nationwide race at Phoenix was called with 49 laps to go because of rain, and they did not want to keep the fans out too late. Bristol, they were stopped for 4 hours because of rain and then finished the race by 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And we had to do doubleheader Sunday last week at Martinsville because the truck race was rained out on Saturday. And, of course, we had the Cup race. We had the Duck Commander 500 that was rained out yesterday but run today because of rain yesterday. And as bad as I hate to say this, this is a year of rain delays, and I think we will see more before the year is over. At the tracks that have lights, expect them to finish the race at night. At the tracks that don't have lights, expect them to move it to Monday afternoon. I mean, Texas has lights, and they were going to finish it last night. However, the track was still very wet, and it rained all night, so they could not get it started last night, so they had to run it today. But expect the tracks that do have lights to at least try to run it at night. If they can't, they'll move to the next day, just like always. And the tracks that don't have lights, either expect them to shorten the race or just move to the next day. And with the win today, Joey Logano is the 7th driver locked in the chase. My bold prediction is whoever wins Saturday night at Darlington will clinch the 8th spot in the chase. And my bold prediction is that all 16 spots in the chase will be locked in before we go to Richmond for the fall race. So we're not going to worry about guys still battling because it's already going to be clinched. Looking at the point standings for the first time since May 2009, Jeff Gordon is your points leader. Matt Kenseth second. Carl Edwards third. Joey Logano fourth. Kyle Busch fifth. Dale Earnhardt Jr. sixth. Jimmy Johnson seventh. Brad Keselowski eighth. Brian Vickers ninth. And Paul Menard 10th. Now looking at 3 guys who are in the top 10 that have not won a race yet, Jeff Gordon, Matt Kenseth, and Jimmy Johnson. Expect them to win races and expect them to clinch a spot in the championship because we're going to tracks that all 3 of these guys are good at. And my bold prediction is all 3 of those drivers will be the next 3 drivers to lock spots in the chase. That is my bold prediction. All right, that's our broadcast today. Thank you for joining us. I'm Tyler White. And now we go from the wide open spaces of Texas to the tight, egg-shaped, and most historic track in NASCAR, the Darlington Raceway in the shores of South Carolina. And we're going to do night racing this week. We got the Nationwide Series Friday night, and we have the first Saturday night race of the season for the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series. We're going to get you ready for that. We're going to show you what you can expect. We'll have a weather report from CBS affiliate News Channel 13 in Myrtle Beach. Plus, we'll look back at the closest finish in NASCAR history. And if there's any new developments going on in the world of NASCAR, we'll be here to update you. Until then, this is Tyler White reminding you, for you to do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Have a great day, everybody.